Hi, I'm Renee from ReneeMotivates365.com. I created this podcast because life continually throws curveballs that lead us to sometimes question our very existence. It is my hope that this podcast will inspire you to walk in your greatness, knowing nothing can stop you. Welcome to Captured by Light. Today's motivational moment. When it's time, it will appear. Everything has a process. For example, a baby's heartbeat can't be heard until around 8 weeks of gestation, even though it starts beating around 6 weeks. A steak is red until it's cooked. The color lets you know how much time has elapsed and how much time is left before it's done. The same can be said with gardening. You plant a seed and wait for it to grow. In the beginning of the process, all you may see is the soil in which you planted the seed. However, underneath the soil, roots are beginning to form. Once the plant is rooted in the ground, you will begin to see a sprout. Then after more time has passed, you will begin to see a small version of the final product. If you remove it too soon, it will not be ripe and thus fruitless. But if you allow the necessary time needed for it to grow, when it's ripe, you can remove it from the vine and use it for your purpose. Removing the crop does not kill the plant. As long as it's rooted in the ground, it can survive. However, roots can be affected by the presence of weeds. Webster defines a weed as a wild plant growing where it is not wanted. An article in the San Francisco Gate newspaper on how weeds affect plant growth provided a couple of interesting facts. First, weeds grow along with what has been planted, and it competes with it for space, water, sunlight, and nutrients, leaving the non-weed plant to essentially starve. They also grow and absorb the nutrients at an astounding rate, causing abnormal color and growth among the other plant. Thus, the need to kill and prevent weeds from taking form in the garden is a must. This example can also be applied to our lives. The weeds of life are the people, places, things, or ideas that go against our God-given purpose. They make us feel unloved, unwanted, neglected, and hurt. They color our vision with thoughts that take us away from the very thing we are called to do. Even if life takes us to the lowest points and leaves us feeling as if our dreams have been uprooted and killed, just know that's not possible. As long as you are alive, you are rooted in purpose. Seeking God helps you discern what should be planted and what should be uprooted. He is the ultimate weed killer. And if we focus on Him and what He created us to do, we will begin to remove the weeds and produce our own personalized fruit of life. You were chosen to bear fruit. John 15:16 says, "You did not choose me, but I chose you, and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and that whatever you ask the Father in my name, He may give you." Our fruit of life is the impact we make on this earth. It's the memories we leave in the minds of others. It's the eternal footprint that says, "I was here and I made a difference." So don't sweat the small stuff. Don't attempt to rush the process. Let patience have its perfect work until your fruit of life is ripe. Be of good cheer, that when it's time, it will appear. And when it does, you will be ready. Hi, I'm Renee from ReneeMotivates365.com, and you've been listening to Captured by Light. You can follow me at Renee Motivates on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you haven't yet, subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. Join me next time for another episode of Captured by Light.